You want to do this?
Hell yeah. Well,
why not? Okay. Stand by, though, because I don't know when he's going to actually punch it up. We welcome you to Plano East High School a little earlier than we planned to. Mike Leslie and Heckma Harrison here with you for a little Friday Night Hoops bonus coverage, because the Allen-Plano girls matchup that precedes the boys game we plan to bring you tonight has turned out to be a fantastic fantastic basketball game. I'm still buddy. I said it to Graham Rayner, our photographer who's up top running the cameras right now, as we were driving over. I said, I know I'm going to do this at least one time tonight. Sure enough, I got it out of the way right out the gates.
Yeah.
But what a game we have had here between the Allen and Plano East girls. 46-45, Plano East with the lead, and with possession with 2 minutes left. Let's bring you the conclusion of this one, Heck, because it has been a lot of fun to watch as we've been getting all of our cameras set up. We're in a position where we can do it. Let's bring you the finish of this one.
Hey, Mike, I'm already emotionally invested in this game already. I can tell you right now, the young lady that has the ball, number 11, Ariana Robinson, is awesome.
And look at her go.
Right down the lane, and she has been playing lights out. On the other side, number 15 is also pretty good as well.
15 is Simone Richmond from Allen. She's got 24. Robinson has got 23 after that bucket to give her team a 3-point lead. Buck 20 left. Allen trying to get the ball away. A lot of contact, no whistle. Now a timeout granted to Allen.
Well,
so they'll maintain possession with a buck 12 left here.
It's weird because, see, here's the deal. Allen, well, both teams now in the bonus. You would think that Allen would go more for contact to try and get to the foul line. Not so fast, as the trap is on immediately. Plano East right now is playing with a bit of a lead, but that's only 3 points. And I can tell you on the other side, they've been knocking down threes pretty quickly, and it's all of the 3-point shots have come from Simone Richmond.
Allen girls basketball 16-10 on the year, 4-3 in district play. Trailing by 3, but they have possession here with 1:12 to play out of the timeout called after a rather unsettled situation. Plano East 5-1 in district this year, 14-6 overall on the season. And looking to get a home win. They had to come back from a big early deficit to have this 48-45 lead. We mentioned the sensational freshman Ariana Robinson, the younger sister of a young man you'll see in the boys game here coming up in a little bit. RJ Robinson, 3 for the tie, misses short out of the timeout there for Simone Richmond. And now Plano East with the ball and 1 minute to play.
I'm surprised that they're not pressing right now, down by 3. They've got to pressure this ball to force a turnover. They get a foul. They're going to send them to the free throw line.
Kennedy Borders, the sophomore for Plano East, heading to the free throw line. The Plano East girls earlier in the season were state ranked. The rankings you're seeing on your screen right now on the lower third are corresponding to the boys game that is coming up here a little bit later on. They were state ranked earlier in the year. Big free throw made there by Kennedy Borders to make this a 4-point game, a 2-possession lead for Plano East now with 51.7 seconds left. Very young team, though. Borders a sophomore, Robinson the superstar, 5-star prospect, just a freshman. Misses the second, does the sophomore Borders. An opportunity now here for Allen. Down 4, they need a bucket quickly. Pressure by Borders.
They're trying to get the ball into number 15. You see them pressing her immediately. They know what she can do. 35 seconds, and they're still haven't taken their first shot yet.
Richmond for 3, well short.
I thought there was some contact.
Checking
there
to see if it was deflected. It was not. And it's Plano East ball with 27 seconds left.
This has been a great game, guys. Hey, we had to jump the gun and come in a little bit early because this game has been so good.
We would have tried to do the doubleheader as we have done in the past, but the schedule just did not allow for it tonight. I had to do the 6 o'clock sportscast. There were a number of factors into why we didn't do the full-blown doubleheader. But once we got the 6:30, the 6 o'clock sportscast out of the way, why not jump on the air and bring you the finish of this one? They are going to now change the ruling and say that was deflected, so it stays Allen possession. 26 seconds left. They need to get a shot off and fast. They bring it around for Richmond for 3. Well short. Offensive rebound, though. Back out to Richmond with 16. Trying to work off the screen and get an open look. She can't get free. Down to 9 seconds left. They have 2 possessions down. The throwaway in the far corner. And that will finish it. The Plano East girls come from behind an early big deficit and get the 49-45 win in a little bonus coverage here on our season opener of Friday Night Hoops.
Hey, man, this was one of those games that down the stretch, it really did get tight. And this entire game, it was back and forth. At points, Allen led comfortably, and Plano East just continued to battle back. Mike, I have a feeling that this number 11, Ariana Robinson, she's a 5-star as a freshman. Let me tell you, that young lady has a bright future.
She is an absolute phenom. Tremendous basketball player. Matt Wester, the head boys coach from Plano East, who we'll talk about plenty tonight, was telling me a little bit about his players earlier this week, and he mentioned R.J. Robinson, their young sophomore that's very talented. And he said, listen, this kid's really good. His sister's also fantastic. He said R.J. Robinson's sister's the best player on the girls' team. I said, okay, best player on the girls' team. Okay, R.J. Robinson's a sophomore. Okay, so he's the younger brother of the best player. And I'm just kind of going along, typing this in. Let me double-check that real quick. No, Ariana Robinson's a freshman.
Yeah.
5-star freshman phenom. She had 23 tonight to lead her team in a come-from-behind win. We will step aside for just a moment, come back and tee up the boys' game. Allen and Plano East, a top 10 matchup in 6A. The defending state champs, Plano East. The Allen Eagles, the top team in North Texas so far this year. We'll sort it out coming up here on Friday Night Hoops. 3 days into 2025, it's basketball season on WFAA+. Friday night football gives way to Friday night hoops. And what a way to start the year. The defending 6A state champions, Plano East, ranked 10th in the state early on this year, play host to second-ranked Allen, the hottest team in all of North Texas this season. And with that, we welcome you courtside here at Plano East Senior High School. Mike Leslie alongside the Lincoln High product, Heckma Harrison. Heckma, we had a fantastic season worth of football. Now we get to turn the calendar to 2025 and to the basketball season.
Isn't it crazy how easy that transition? You're just at AT&T Stadium crowning state champions, and now it's basketball season, and you're probably in one of the better gymnasiums in all of North Texas.
Yeah, this place is fantastic. We are set up and ready to go, and we've got a really good game in front of us as well. This is basically last year's best team against this year's best team.
Yeah, at Plano East, they're not used to losing, especially coming off of last season. Did not lose a game going to state. On the other side, you got the Allen Eagles that they are on fire right now, a nationally ranked team also. These guys just distribute the ball very well. They're really good in transition defense and even better in transition offense.
Plano East a year ago, 40-0, legitimately a historic season. First 40-win state champion in 20 years. You got to go back to Houston Milby in 2004 to find the last one. But they graduated 11 seniors off of that team. This year's Allen team feels at least a little bit similar to Plano East from last year in two key ways. Very senior laden, 8 seniors on the roster for Allen, and the fact that they are as balanced as they are. They've got 6 kids that average between 7.5 and 13.3 points. It could be any kid on any given night.
I love what you said, the balance that they have. They distribute the ball amongst each other. They make the extra passes, but they are locked down on defense. I tell you right now, this is going to be one of those games that it won't be a runaway, because Allen, they specialize in getting stops, but also their shooting percentage is excellent.
I mentioned the balance for Allen, and that is definitely key to what they do, but the kid who does lead them in scoring is Antoine Shannon, and this young man is a really special athlete, one of a pair of twins on the roster.
Hey, well, he's the twin with the dreads, all right, if you're just looking for which one is which. But Antoine Shannon, he's a superb rebounder, a guy that also contributes defensively, but scoring the ball is his specialty, a guy that, hey, when he gets out on the break, he is electric.
Antoine wears number 2, scores 13 a game. Antonio wears number 0, scores about 9 a game. Both of them terrific athletes and paramount to what the Allen Eagles do. Meanwhile, for Plano East, again, 11 seniors graduated off the roster last year, but this young man, DJ Hall, even last year as a junior, may have been the best player on the team.
Who cares about 11 seniors when you have a DJ Hall? This young man is outstanding. The big man runs the floor really well. He is going places. The Texas State signee and everybody flocked to this gymnasium to see this young man. The MVP in the state tournament, that's saying something.
He is in a much different role, and that's probably not the right way to put it. It's a larger role this year by necessity, because they did graduate so much talent off of last year's team. Isaiah Brewington, they got a kid in Jordan Mizell that was fantastic a year ago. You could go on. If I named all the names, I'd go until 7:15. They were a terrific roster a year ago. They have a lot of talent this year. It's just a much younger group. Alex Brewington, the younger brother of Isaiah, a freshman that may well find himself as a 4-year starter, just like Big Brother did. So there's more on DJ Hall's plate this year.
Yes. I think he can handle it. He's a guy that came in. You talk about all that senior leadership. Those are guys that mentored his style and what he's doing right now. So, look, after last season winning the state title, he wants to do this in back-to-back seasons. So he's going to bring everybody with him. And those names that you're talking about, these are guys that's probably tuned in tonight watching what DJ Hall is going to do tonight.
Plano East is 16-3 on the year. In each of those 3 losses, DJ Hall did not play. When he's been on the floor this year, they've won. They didn't lose at all last year. The last time DJ Hall was on the floor for a loss, February 24th of 2023 against the eventual state champion Lake Highlands. It's been a very long time. He'd like to keep that streak going. The number 2 ranked Allen Eagles have a chance to end that streak tonight here on the road. Friday night hoops just about ready to go. We'll tip it off next from Plano East.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Your Friday night lights just got brighter. Catch a live broadcast of the biggest high school football games all season long.
The 12-yard touchdown.
Cheer on your hometown. Plus, get the full halftime experience. Don't miss every step, beat, and cheer.
Lacey's still on his feet and he'll score.
Join me, Mike Leslie, and Heckma Harrison for all the insights, commentary, and all the stats. Stream the broadcast free. Friday Night Football on WFAA+.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
North Texas, it's a hot one today. If you're planning on taking the pumps out, make sure to protect your paws. That asphalt is going to be hot.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
The Cowboys getting set to take on the Chargers, and we've got it covered for you on WFAA. The Cowboys trying to get out.
Back at Plano East, just about ready for tip-off. The Allen Eagles starters just introduced. The Plano East starters coming momentarily. Let's show you on the screen the starters this evening. First for the Allen Eagles, Trent Payne, Nehemiah Lawrence in the backcourt, DeAndre Thomas, Antoine Shannon, and Antonio Shannon. In the front court again, Antoine wearing number 2, Antonio wearing number 0. Meanwhile, for Plano East, Kojo Daniel and Alex Brewington, the freshmen, in the backcourt. DJ Hall, Mustafa Abwal-Neal, and Izan Kazi in the front court for Plano East. Brewington, the freshman, little brother of Isaiah, a 4-year starter himself here at Plano East and a state champion a year ago. There's Kazi, the senior, terrific athlete. They feel like Heckma, he can really fill it up. They need to see him maybe find a little bit more consistency, but he's really, really special as an athlete. And and according to Matt Wester, with each successive game, he pieces it together more and more and more. Really, really intriguing talent.
I think as the year goes on, what you're looking for is those contributors. And you have a guy in DJ Hall. He can't do it all by himself, as you were talking about earlier. You need guys that can get on the floor, dive for those loose balls, get rebounds, do all the things that winning is about. They want to bring another state title back to Plano East, and in order to do that, it's going to take these 5 on the floor.
Let us know in the YouTube comments where you're tuning in from tonight. If you got a favorite player on either one of these two teams, or if you're a Texas high school basketball fan that just wants to tune in and see a premier matchup.
There's some big guys here at center court. And DeAndre Thomas, every bit of that 6'8", maybe 6'9" on that.
Corey Brazil and Robert Williams, 2 of our officials. Corey Fletcher, our crew chief, making sure that the photographers on the baselines know where they can be as they shoot the game. And it will be Corey Fletcher to throw the ball in the air for DJ Hall and DeAndre Thomas. And we're underway here at Plano East. Back door, open on the baseline. That will be, I'm shocked it's not goaltending. How did that not hit the backboard before it was blocked?
That was as clear of a goaltending by definition as I've seen, but hey, I guess we're all trying to kick out the rust right now.
DJ Hall's shot missed, and Allen will look to run up ahead. The layup goes for Antoine Shannon, and Allen breaks the seal first.
And you see immediately Antoine Shannon going into the body of the defender and getting it off the glass, but Allen comes right back with the pressure.
The pressure creates the steal, but Plano East takes it right back. Stepping into the passing lane was Abwal Neal. Allen will bring the pressure. They have athlete after athlete after athlete. Drawing the foul is DJ Hall.
And you see right now just DJ Hall with the multitude of moves down in the post. God just listed at 6'7". At the next level, he's going to be asked to be more of a ball handler as well.
Hall, the Texas State signee, a top 15 player in the 2025 class. Takes the inbound pass, misses short arm to the layup opportunity, but an offensive board here for Plano East. And drawing the foul on the shot attempt is the freshman, Alex Brewington. Plano East, the defending 6A state champs, looking to reload this year. We mentioned the 11 seniors lost off of last year's roster. Hall, Izan Kazi, and Mustafa Abwal Neal, the only underclassmen that were on the roster last year. And Kazi and Abwal Neal had smaller roles, really didn't play in many of their playoff games. Hall really the only experienced veteran back from last year's team.
And what that tells me, Mike, is that experience, that's the biggest part that you have to make up for if you're Coach Wester. These guys haven't been in these big moments like this. 11 seniors, and I kid when I say DJ Hall is all you need, but that's a ton of experience that walks out of the door when you graduate that many.
2 for 2 at the free throw line for Brewington. A minute in here on Friday Night Hoops. The 3 ball goes for Trent Payne.
You see how calm Trent Payne was on the catch and release, knocking down the big time 3 to get things started here.
Hall with the finish.
That's what makes him dangerous, man. He is just in attack mode at all times.
Wester just raved about him when I spoke to him earlier today. He's just so good. The throwaway there by Allen, the Plano East defense, causing the turnover.
I think Nehemiah Lawrence thought that he had a shooter set up in the corner. He blindly threw it to the baseline.
Nobody home. The turnover gives it back to the Panthers. Kazi, step back 3, short. The Allen Eagles, a regular power in North Texas, state champs back in 2018 under a different coaching staff. Clark Cipolletta, the head coach now. 32 wins a year ago, only 3 seniors on last year's roster. Shannon, Payne, Lawrence, Ubawike, Dozier, Walker, Thomas, all back from last year's team and leading Allen to this spectacular start. 3 ball, offensive rebound for Thomas. Shannon to Shannon for 3. Antoine buries the triple.
This line drive right there for Shannon, and the pressure being put on by the Allen Eagles. They've been switching it up after every made basket.
Allen 19-1 on the year. Their only loss came in overtime, 71-66 against the team that's ranked number 1 in the state. 3 ball goes for the freshman Brewington.
Big shot there from the freshman, unbothered by the pressure from the defender.
Lawrence misses the 3 long. San Antonio Brennan, that number 1 team in the state that knocked off Allen back in November 22nd, 71-66 in OT. Shannon for another triple. Long rebound, hunted down by the freshman Brewington.
Just wondering, are we going to ever get into a half-court set? The pace right now, boy, what a ton of back and forth.
Block the call on Brewington. That was a terrific catch, by the way, by Mustafa Abwal Neal on the other end to lay it in and give Plano East their first lead of the basketball game, 9-8. Corey Hankins in the YouTube comments says going to have to get those whistles under control. Jem Fleming in the comments says go Eagles. In the passing lane is Kazi. Out of bounds, last touched by the senior.
Boy, Kazi sacrificing himself, hitting that floor hard.
Our friends from the Balding Eagle Booster Club are in the house and in the YouTube comments as well, saying that we are way too overdressed for this tonight. We're trying to bring him on, man.
What are you talking about? This is what we do all the time. What do you mean?
Lawrence backs away and resets the offense for Allen. Plano East wants this to be a slower paced game. The three misses long off the hands of Nnamdi Ubawike, the sixth man. He was the all-tournament team honoree in the in-and-out tournament that Allen just played in over the holiday break. Strong drive down the lane. Abwal Neal puts it in, and Plano East with a three-point lead early.
You talk about down the lane strong. Not only that, big-time rebound as well. You need role players like that, Mike, and this is a guy trying to etch out some playing time.
They backed off of Dozier. He gives it up. Offensive foul. Antonio Shannon right through the chest. Plano East stepping in to take the charge.
Man, that is what you call Waz Miller. He is absolutely sacrificing his body right there to get that charge. Yikes.
The 5'11 junior stepping in, drawing the offensive foul, and I got to imagine for Matt Wester, the seventh-year head coach for the Plano East Panthers, this is a dream start. That one's blocked from behind. Ubawike erased it off the backboard.
They were just waiting on him to go up. The trailer was going to block it.
Good pump fake inside by Shannon for two. Up and down the floor we go. Loose and taken away by Allen. Payne has it taken back by Hall. Hall's trying to pass it away, and finally there is a whistle and a foul call.
Wow.
DJ Hall was getting mugged on the floor.
I mean, they couldn't take the ball from DJ Hall. He's sitting on his wallet, and he's got three Allen Eagles around him. They still couldn't get the ball.
Oh, this is very cool. Jem Fleming in the YouTube comments says, Coach Sip, Clark Cipolletta, the head coach of the Allen Eagles, she says, Coach Sip is my son. Love that. Mama in the YouTube comments, thanks for tuning in tonight. Doubled on the baseline, and another foul drawn by DJ Hall.
And you could tell there's a bit of chirping starting to happen here in this first quarter between these two teams. DJ Hall has taken a lot of contact. Don't think he's taken too kindly to it either.
Hall makes his first free throw attempt of the night. An 81.6% free throw shooter. Misses the back end.
Thanks, Mike.
I do what I can. The announcer jinx is real.
Wow.
12-10 the early lead for Plano East. Shannon baseline drive. Another offensive foul.
Wow. You know, look, I have questions on that because you get a guy like Antoine Shannon going baseline out of the pick and roll. You got to be set in a situation like that to get the charge called. I don't know. We've seen some, hey, they've called it. I mean, the whistles are going off here in the first quarter.
We saw one charge called on Antonio Shannon, now one on Antoine Shannon. Each of them with a foul here in the early going. Plano East stepping in and taking some charges on their home floor. Coach O'Daniel gives it up in the corner. The triple rattles in and out for Kazi.
And you see the pressure. They are trying to run those shooters off the three-point line. A ton of pressure right now from the Eagles.
Foul on the far side called on Kojo Daniel, the senior.
Yeah, they catch his hand in the cookie jar right there. Kojo just trying to force the steal or the turnover.
Matt Wester talked with his team at the tail end of their shoot-around. We were here getting our gear set up about 4:30 this afternoon. And he said, listen, they're really good, talking about the Allen Eagles. They're very, very good. He said, I don't think they're going to go the whole year and not lose a game. He said, I don't know if it's tonight. Maybe it's the next time we play them. We can play with these guys. Listen, Allen's very good. They're ranked number 2 in the state for a reason, and nobody's more aware as the triple goes for Shannon. Nobody's more aware of how good they are than Matt Wester, who coached the best team in the state a year ago. Knocked out of bounds, it will stay Plano East basketball. But he said, hey, we can play with these guys. We can win a basketball game against these guys. And I got to imagine he's happy with how they've started tonight.
No, he absolutely has to be, but because they're not being bothered by the defense right now from the Eagles. You see him putting a ton of pressure on these guys. Every pass, you know, these guys are getting their hands in the lane. But this is a physical contest. It comes down to the fourth quarter. It's going to be who can knock down shots that imminently, obviously, is going to win. But it's going to take a physical toll after tonight.
This is R.J. Robinson, the sophomore, just checking into the basketball game for the first time tonight and drawing the foul. Really good young athlete that Wester's really excited about. He is the older brother of the young woman we were telling you about earlier in the girls game, Ariana Robinson, the freshman, the 5-star superstar phenom. RJ, older brother, terrific in his own right, and a big part of the Plano East future. Hits both, and it's a 1-point lead for the Panthers.
I just want to see who can win the game of horse at the family cookout between Ariana and RJ, because I saw the little sister.
Yeah,
and man, she can shoot.
Lawrence can't quite finish amongst the trees. All 5-6 of them got inside. The floater wouldn't go.
No short man complex with number 3. He goes in amongst the trees trying to get that shot to fall.
DJ Hall trying a triple there. Throwaway for Allen, going back the other way. 90 seconds left here in the opening period. Your thoughts on what we've seen so far? Very back and forth.
My God, I want a sip of water right now. Mike, this pace is amazing between these two squads.
And Alex Brewington does not look like a freshman. Blocked from behind, though, by Thomas. DeAndre Thomas, the 6'8 senior, signed with UNT. Had 9 scholarship offers. He was the MVP of that in-and-out tournament that Allen played in over the holiday break. Nice feed inside. The layup won't go for DJ Hall.
No. DJ Hall just too far underneath the basket, trying to overcompensate, and misses an easy one.
Corey Hankins in the YouTube comments says, no way that's a charge, regarding one of the earlier calls that you were talking about.
Corey, I'm with you.
Tough shot, and it's blocked. Hall got a piece of it. It goes back into the hands of Ubawike. He nearly had it stripped away. Now Thomas is going to try the 3. Misses way long. Good fight for the rebound. Jump ball, the call.
Jump ball. It's going to go the other way.
Interesting.
Wow. Kazi looked like he had full control of it.
It's a good fight underneath for the board. Nice work by Allen to be able to create the jump ball. The triple try once again for Thomas won't go. This time, DJ Hall able to secure the rebound.
And you get a ball into those mitts, he's not going to let it go.
Loses his balance, somehow gets the pass off. Underneath for Brewington, the freshman can't make the layup. Gets it back though. Gives it to Hall, and he finishes.
Yeah, Hall said he won't miss that one twice as the big man is coming up limping. Oh, man.
Oh, no. That is the last thing Plano East can afford. DJ Hall battling underneath. He just held up his hand to the bench to Matt Wester. It looked like he was saying, nah, I'm good, but Matt Wester's not going to let him make that decision. 11.4 seconds left here in this first quarter, and Hall trying to walk it off. He kind of grabbed at his ankle there for a moment. He's moving a lot better now than he was even just 30 seconds ago.
And you see how heavily taped that right ankle is. And maybe that's the injury that he's been nursing.
We mentioned earlier the only losses that Plano East has this year are games that he has missed. That includes their game against Denton Guyer just a few days ago. December 28th, they lost to Guyer 67-48 without Hall. Just to give you an idea of how important he is. Good rebound underneath. And the putback goes to tie the game at 16 in the closing seconds here of the first quarter. Down to 2, firing from deep. Well short off the hands of Abwal Neal. And through one, 16 all. Allen and Plano East in a top 10 battle in 6A. Evened up through one.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. It's hot in McKinney. We'll fix that probably.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delcas.
$16 all after one quarter here at Plano East Senior High School. Of those 16 points for the number 2 ranked team in the state, the Allen Eagles, a dozen of them, Heckma Harrison, coming courtesy of the senior Antoine Shannon.
Well, I guess we got our players of the game correct. And this is the guy. Hey, one of the things I'm going to tell you, the Panthers got to find a way to run him off of his spots. When he gets set, man, he is automatic from three-point land.
It'll be Plano East basketball to start the second period. Into the backcourt for the freshman Brewington.
And I heard you say it earlier. He is not playing like your average freshman.
Just very secure with the basketball, poised well beyond his years. Oh, the throwaway there, though, by Daniel. Allen creates havoc.
Absolutely. And I just look, here's the one thing that has them ranked the way that they are is the way that they play defense. They really are gritty. They get into you on defense, and after every made basket, they're switching their defense up.
Good hands underneath by Abwal Neal, but it stays with the Eagles. 5 points for Brewington, 4 points for Abwal Neal. Trouble on the baseline. Somehow he was able to get it off. Wing three-pointer won't go for Ubawike.
What a rebound there by Shannon.
And a fresh opportunity here. What a step back three from Nehemiah Lawrence.
Ouch.
Dance with me, sir.
Talk about the little man, 5'6". He has some scoop with him.
Big time answer from Abwal Neal.
I want to see the Eagles take advantage down low with DJ Hall out of it, and you see it right there with Thomas trying to get some score in.
He tried to do exactly that. Now Hall is getting ready to check back into the basketball game. Back at the scorer's table already. The fadeaway from Mustafa Abwal Neal. And Plano East seesaws back in front.
Abwal Neal, we've seen him get, snatch down some rebounds, but man, he really does have a smooth stroke as well. How about
another
that?
Triple try from Thomas.
Yeah.
He's been trying from deep a couple times. Offensive board and the putback for Ubawike.
That's why you need DJ Hall back in this game. Those easy rebounds and putbacks do not serve the Panthers well if they want to get a victory here at home.
Corner three. Yes, sir. Mustafa Abwal Neal.
Okay.
He's got 11 on the day.
This young man has something he's trying to get off his chest out here.
Pump and go. Nice feed underneath, and the layup will go for DeAndre Thomas to tie it up.
Yeah, they're going to keep running and try and keep DJ Hall sitting over there on the bench.
Nice feed. Abwal Neal running the point in transition.
Yeah,
Kazi with the lay-in.
Yeah, facilitating well, getting that ball down low to Kazi. That was a great feed.
Shannon, corner three.
It's the only way to stop him. He has to hit the side of the backboard.
Underneath. Nice catch by Izan Kazi. 27-23 Plano East. Timeout Clark Cipolletta.
And how about that back and forth? And you see right there from Kojo Daniel, the feed down low to Kazi. The Panthers putting their foot on the gas here at home.
The defending state champions, Plano East. 11 seniors graduated off of that roster. So many questions of, okay, what are they going to be this year with all those guys gone? No Ethan Moss, no Xavier Miller, no Jordan Mizell, no Isaiah Brewington, on and on and on. All these names from last year's team that you can list off that won a state championship and went 40-0. Here they are on their home floor against an Allen team that has been sensational to start the season. And Hagma Harrison, they go on a run here to start the second quarter, an 11-7 spurt here to start off this second quarter, and they lead by 4.
And Mike, I think they're showing the heart of a champion because Allen is giving them all they can handle right now defensively. They're pressuring these guys in all the right places, not making any of those passes or feeds into the post easy. You get DJ Hall back off the bench, and let's see how the Allen Eagles respond.
I knew the run felt more profound than that. 11-4 the run because Allen started with the 3. An 11-4 Plano East run. Allen can't break it coming out of the timeout. Hall back on the floor, stripped from behind.
That's where you need communication. You got to let your big man know that he has somebody come from behind him.
Payne gives it off. Antonio Shannon made the steal, makes the triple.
Let's just say the Shannon brothers can shoot threes.
First 3 points of the day for the twin brother, but now the steal here by Payne, and he lays it in, and just like that, Allen seesaws back in front. Timeout, Matt Wester.
Heart of a champion, matched by the heart of a champion, and just like that, the Allen Eagles respond.
Friend of the program, Matt Diggs, one of the best in the local area covering. Yes, exactly
Professor
right.
Diggs.
Professor Diggs in the YouTube comments with a point that we brought up a little bit earlier on, but deserves some further discussion. The similarities between this Allen team and last year's Plano East team. Very senior laden, very balanced, and to Matt Diggs' point, the defensive pressure that they bring because of how deep Allen is, because of how veteran they are, they can contest every single pass just like Plano East did a year ago on their way to that state championship.
Yeah, and I think one thing that you get from them immediately, that's, hey, in order to get a varsity jersey, you have to play defense, and that's all we've seen. I've said it. After every made basket, they are switching things up, either going with the press or backing away into a zone.
They're able to break it this time, but now the steal. In the passing lane was Antonio Shannon, and he lays it in. Tipped away by Lawrence. It will stay Plano East basketball. 5 straight points for Antonio Shannon in the passing lane and laying it in.
Yeah, Antonio Shannon is he is a cookie crook. He is looking for an opportunity to steal the ball, as all of these Allen Eagles starting 5 is.
The number 2 team in the state with a 3-point lead here in the early going. Please click the like button, click the share button on your YouTube feed. Heady play there by the freshman Brewington to save possession and bounce it off of an Allen Eagle. Let your friends in the Texas high school basketball community let them know that they can tune in tonight.
I don't know if Shannon appreciated that. God.
Not the best place to be
targeted.
Steal. Antonio ahead to Antoine. Did a nice job to chase it down.
Great job there defensively, running Shannon off of his spot, making him think about it. That's exactly what you have to do, closing out on him immediately. If that coverage is soft, you know what he's going to do. He's just going to catch and release and drain a three in your face.
A reaction from a play earlier. I'm just noticing in the YouTube comments that Neo Lawrence step back three. Corey Hankins says, "My God, Neo."
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Final 3.5 here of this first half. Throw ahead there by DJ Hall. Dangerous pass, but a good job by Abwal Neal to squeeze it. Can't hit the floater in the lane, though.
Abwal Neal has such a soft touch on this shot.
Lost out of bounds. Last touched by Allen.
This is a track meet. This is sincerely a track meet.
Back and forth, up and down the floor all night long here in the early going. More a pace that Allen would want, frankly. Matt Wester said he wanted to maybe take a couple possessions out of this game if he could. It has not worked out that way, but his team has been game for the fight anyway. Stolen away. Allen in transition. Nice find underneath for the flush. Isaiah Dozier with the hammer, and it's a 5-point lead.
Was so ideal in the three-man game, as you see right there. Those guys just continued to make the extra pass until they found a wide-open guy inside in the paint.
Plano East went on that 11-4 run to turn a 19-16 Allen lead into a 27-23 advantage for the defending champion Panthers. Since then, a 9-0 run for the Allen Eagles.
I think offensively for Plano East, they've just got to find a way to get into a set. I know this is one of those games where you're going to do a bunch of running. Maybe slowing it down will help them a little bit more.
That was certainly part of the game plan, according to Matt Wester, who was, by the way, the Max Preps National Coach of the Year back in 2024, a year ago, with that 40-0 state championship season. He said, listen, we do want to take some of the possessions out of this game, slow it down just a little bit, try and take some of the athleticism that Allen has, the advantage in that regard, out of this game. But that's easier said than done.
Oh, my God, absolutely it is.
Allen again with the pressure. Nearly a takeaway, but Hall able to squeeze it. Now picks up his dribble, though. Trouble again. Gives it off for Brewington.
They're coming out defending high on the perimeter.
Down low for Hall.
Yeah.
Against the double team, and he finishes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, that's where DJ Hall likes to eat. Down low on that block, it's automatic for 0.
He's up to 7 points on the night. Off the handoff, Payne for 3. Rattles out on him. And a foul on the rebound. Much cleaner second quarter than the first quarter. Fouls galore, especially on Allen in that opening frame. Felt like Plano East was at the free throw line a lot. That's the first foul on either team in the second quarter.
Yeah, this is, again, the pace, but the defense right now from Allen. You can tell that it's bothering these Panthers a little bit. They've got to try and settle into this game here at home. And one of the things that I think has been successful for the Allen Eagles is they have taken the home crowd out of it.
Dylan Jester in the YouTube comments says, pace and space at its finest, what Allen is doing tonight. He said, Sip is the best coach in the state, especially after timeouts. After that timeout that stopped the 11-4 run, Allen went on their own 9-0 run. Hall's bucket ended that, and now they're going to try and add to it. Brewington ahead and gets it back. The foul underneath.
Yeah, they
called on Khalil Walker.
I think they got DeAndre.
Did they get Thomas?
Yeah, they got Thomas. And he and DJ Hall have been battling for position down on the block a lot here in the first half. And they're going to get him with the elbow in the back of DJ Hall.
Cipolletta arguing his case. Back to work goes Hall underneath the double team, and they take it away.
It's just, you can't put the ball on the floor with these guys. They are going to take it away from you.
Payne Gives off for the triple try for Walker. Way long. Lawrence had the rebound and lost it. Smallest man on the floor came flying in to grab it, but he bounced it out of bounds.
That's one of those deals where you let a guy 5'6" come in there and get a rebound. I'm going to take all 5 guys are getting substituted.
Buck 34 in what has been a very exciting first half. 5-second count.
Yikes.
And the turnover for Plano East.
And that's Nehemiah Lawrence just staying in the face of the inbound pass.
Thomas gets it back to Payne underneath. Good finish inside.
Trent Payne is a tough customer.
Brewington right down the lane. Can't get the lefty layup to go. Shannon traveled with it.
Yeah, he had too many things going on in his mind at one time. Thought about the jumper, thought about the pass, and imminently ended up traveling. These guys play defense so well, they were following Abel O'Neal all the way to the bench on the substitution.
They bring the intensity. There's no two ways about it.
So at a 5-second, let's see if we get a half-court violation.
Foul called on Allen. Donovan Wood just checking into the game for Plano East. Another sophomore that they feel like has a lot of promise. It's DJ Hall's little brother, by the way.
Only had 2 points since that run for the Panthers. Boy, they got to figure out how to manufacture some offense against this smothering defense.
Hall trying to find his spots. Down the lane, what a finish.
Oh, that's just silky smooth. I talked about him at the next level of have that dribble. You can see the big man has some handle. What about the steal, Mike?
The steal by Wassmiller. Running the break. Had it taken from behind. Lawrence with the steal. Shannon, 1-on-2, offensive foul. Multiple charges taken in this first half by Plano East. Another one called on Antoine Shannon, and he'll head to the bench. Both the Shannon twins will sit for the final 30 seconds here of the first half. GD3 Drizzy in the YouTube comments says, wait, you guys do basketball coverage? A usual commenter on our Friday Night Football broadcast. Yes, sir. First of the year. Appreciate you being here. Final 30 seconds in a 3-point game. Oh, and a throwaway.
Yeah, that ball just too low. Zonkazi, bad pass.
Abel O'Neal checking back in, replacing Kojo Daniel for the defensive possession. 18.9 to work with here for Allen. Lawrence down the lane. Tough shot, rebound, putback will go for Thomas right before the buzzer. DeAndre Thomas gives the Allen Eagles a 5-point lead at the break.
This has been so much back and forth, and you see Nehemiah Lawrence go inside, but that is a great rebound and putback to end this first half. If I'm Plano East, I'm going in and I'm telling, if I'm Coach Wester, I'm telling my guys, look, we have got to match the intensity of this Allen Eagles squad right now. They are smothering us. We've got to find our offense.
Matt Wester said it to me pregame. He said, listen, there's 2 key factors that are going to be part of our pregame scouting report and how we're going to approach this game. We cannot get out rebounded, and we have to be secure with the basketball. He said, we can't win if we get out rebounded and we aren't secure with the basketball and we let them speed us up and turn us over. in general, I think they've done an okay job in those two categories, but there's still been enough of an advantage for Allen in those two spaces to at least have this 5-point lead.
But that's exactly what happened right out of that timeout. They
Yes.
started getting out-rebounded, and the pace has favored the Allen Eagles. And so if they're going to continue that, they're going to get ran off of their own home court here, because that's how they're dominating them. They're stealing the ball from them. They're giving them the possessions where they're one and done. They're not getting second shot opportunities at all, even with DJ Hall in the game.
36-31 at the break. The Allen Eagles, number 2 in the state, 19-1 on the year, with the lead on the defending champion Panthers. Second half coming your way after this.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Your Friday night lights just got brighter. Catch a live broadcast of the biggest high school football games all season long.
The 12-yard touchdown.
Cheer on your hometown. Plus, get the full halftime experience. Don't miss every step, beat, and cheer.
Lacey's still on his feet and he'll score.
Join me, Mike Leslie, and Hegma Harrison for all the insights, commentary, and all the stats. Stream the broadcast free. Friday Night Football on WFAA+.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
North Texas, it's a hot one today. If you're planning on taking the pumps out, make sure to protect your paws. That asphalt is going to be hot.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
The Cowboys getting set to take on the Chargers, and we've got it covered for you on WFAA. The Cowboys trying to get out to a high.
Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. It's hot in McKinney. We'll fix that probably.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Discover WFAA Plus, a live 24-hour stream of WFAA news and exclusive digital content, all completely free. Now available on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. Download WFAA Plus today.
What's up, football fans? It's the best time of the year. Every Monday morning, we want to hear what you have to say about the game. Join me, Mark Istook, Glenn Strutch-Smith, and Rebecca Lopez for the Call-In Show, Monday mornings at 11:30.
Sponsored by K-Post Company.
Thanks for downloading the WFAA Plus app. The main page is a live stream of WFAA programming, and you can find on-demand stories as well. Just click a tab at the top of your screen and scroll down to find WFAA original programming.
Thanks, Delkus.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delcas.
Your Friday night lights just got brighter. Catch a live broadcast of the biggest high school football games all season long. The 12-yard touchdown. Cheer on your hometown. Plus, get the full halftime experience. Don't miss every step, beat, and cheer. Lacey's still on his feet and he'll score. Join me, Mike Leslie, and Heckma Harrison for all the insights, commentary, and all the stats. Stream the broadcast free. Friday Night Football on WFAA+.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
North Texas, it's a hot one today. If you're planning on taking your pups out, make sure to protect their paws. That asphalt is going to be hot.
Thanks, Delcas. Thanks, Delcas.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delcas.
The Cowboys getting set to take on the Chargers, and we've got it covered for you on WFAA. The Cowboys trying to get off to a hot start.
Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. It's hot in McKinney. We'll fix that probably.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delcas.
Discover WFAA Plus, a live 24-hour stream of WFAA news and exclusive digital content, all completely free. Now available on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. Download WFAA Plus today.
What's up, football fans? It's the best time of the year. Every Monday morning, we want to hear what you have to say about the game. Join me, Mark Istook, Glenn Strutch-Smith, and Rebecca Lopez for the Call-In Show, Monday mornings at 11:30.
Sponsored by Keypost Company.
Thanks for downloading the WFAA Plus app. The main page is a live stream of WFAA programming, and you can find on-demand stories as well. Just click a tab at the top of your screen and scroll down to find WFAA original programming.
Back on Friday Night Hoops. We appreciate you joining us for the inaugural broadcast here in 2025.
Let's go.
The Allen Eagles, number 2 in the state rankings, a 36-31 halftime lead on the defending 6A state champion Plano East Panthers. Mike Leslie, Heckma Harrison back here with you courtside. Allen getting 12 points from Antoine Shannon to lead all scorers, 7 from Trent Payne, 5 more from DeAndre Thomas. Meanwhile, Plano East led by 11 from Mustafa Abwal-Neal and 9 points more from DJ Hall. Kind of feels like both of those players, Heckma, if Plano East is going to win this basketball game, both Hall and Abwal-Neal are going to need to be 25 plus. Both of them have shown they can bring the offense. They need more of it for sure.
What I think they need more than anything, Mike, is they need their guys in the backcourt to be solid and not turn the ball over. I think that's what has been their grand undoing out of the timeout. They found something on the other side for the Allen Eagles when they switched the pace up and they put that pressure on guys like Alex Brewington in the backcourt. And so Coach O'Daniels as well. These guys are the facilitators of their offense, and they depend on them to get down, obviously past half court and get the ball down low to DJ Hall. That just hadn't been an easy task today.
A lot of the YouTube comments talking about this Allen Eagles team. Hey, is this a team that might be finding themselves down at state? Might we see an Allen-San Antonio Brennan rematch in the state championship game? Certainly on the table as a possibility. Duncanville in that mix as well. Plano East certainly feels like, hey, don't forget about us. Yeah, we graduated 11 kids off of last year's team, but we're here still too. There's a lot of contenders for that trophy, but the Allen Eagles have certainly shown through what they've done in 2024, and as they turn the calendar here to 25, they feel like they should absolutely be one of the very first names you mention in the 6A state championship contender conversation.
Hey, impressed with Antoine Shannon and his shooting. He has not, I mean, look, hadn't blinked. When this guy gets the ball, he is putting it right back up. He and his brother have been lights out defensively as well. Look, this second half is going to be very important here to the Panthers. They're going to have to find an answer to this smothering defense.
Antoine Shannon, we talked about the offensive fouls that he's had called against him and the foul trouble he was in. He scored 12 points in that first quarter, did not score in the second quarter. Nice feed on the baseline, and going up is Antoine Shannon. He'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, they get the foul inside on DJ Hall. That was a quick, cheap foul there on the big man.
Only his second foul of the day, so no real foul trouble to speak of yet for Plano East. Free throw falls for Shannon, and his first points since the opening period. The Allen Eagles 19-1 on the year, 5-0 in District 9 6A. These two teams will be certainly part of the competition for a district championship this year in 9 6A. The Prosper Eagles also going to figure to factor into that conversation as well.
And Prosper says, don't forget about us.
That is the one loss for Plano East in district so far. The triple for Abwal Neal. Beg your pardon, Izan Kazi with the triple. Big bucket. Right back the other way comes Trent Payne.
Yeah, Trent, you saw that immediately on the inbound from Allen. Trent Payne getting loose and making his way down into the paint for an easy 2 points. Back and forth we go.
Underneath for Hall, the double team and a foul.
And I understand it. Antonio Shannon, he's going to contest that foul, but clear, you got to allow DJ Hall an opportunity to set his feet.
That's 3 fouls on Antonio Shannon. He'll take a seat.
They don't want to allow the big fella to get going here at home.
On the elbow, corner 3, Kojo Daniel back iron. Payne hop, skip, and a jump into the lane. Thomas for 3. The big man has it rattle out.
How many times have we seen the big man take that long 2-pointer? I mean, at 6'8", he believes in his jumper. I want to see him down in the paint trying to battle it out.
Somehow DJ Hall got that back and lays it in.
Yeah. And they are waiting on that ball to hit the floor. I'm talking about more than advantageous to try and get those steals.
That's another quick foul on DJ Hall, and just like that, he's got 2 here in the opening minute and 48 seconds of the third quarter.
Yeah, that's the one guy that you don't want to see in foul trouble. Talk about their 3 losses without him. Foul trouble, what it'll do is it'll get him on the bench quickly. And I'm looking at Coach Wester to see if he pulls the trigger to get the big man on the bench.
No movement yet.
Nope.
DJ Hall staying on the floor. Payne, tough shot on the baseline, and he buries it. And now the steal by Payne. Shannon for 3. Hall's going to try a triple. Trent Payne.
Trent Payne.
Hot as could be here in the third quarter.
Hey, the steal comes right back, knocking down a three. Allen, man, this is a pressure-centric team. Another
10-second violation.
I told you, you're going to get a 10-second violation. I thought they had another steal.
A 9-point lead for Allen. Tipped, nearly taken away by Kojo Daniel. Nice move by Payne to get loose. Shannon pump fakes the triple. Big man again for three. Off the top of the backboard. Somehow it ends up back with Allen though. Yes, sir, Antoine Shannon for three.
They're going to get a foul right here on Shannon, but I said it to you before, Mike, if the Panthers are going to allow Shannon to just sit on that three-point line in his spot comfortably, he's going to do that over and over again. They've got to find an answer for him. What a run right now by the Allen Eagles.
Hat tip to Matt Diggs in the YouTube comments. Yes, District 6A, not 9-6A for Allen. Plano East, Prosper.
Professor Diggs, take the night off, okay?
Keeping us honest. What a run here for Allen. A 10-2 spurt to lead by a dozen. Can DJ Hall get it back going? Brewington missed the triple. Good fight for the rebound. Brewington down the lane. Foul was on the floor.
Look, man. Whew. This pace, but this defense, I feel for the Panthers right now. You see DJ Hall, boy, he is winded. When you see a big fella grabbing on those shorts like that, that is international signal for I am tired.
Allen is just in every passing lane. It was 34-31, Allen, late in the second quarter. Since then, a 14-5 extended run spanning halftime. The triple won't go for Kazi. And here come the Eagles running again. Up ahead, on the flush. The alley-oop. Isaiah Dozier with the finish, and the lead is 14.
When you're playing defense like this, and I mean challenging at every pass for the Panthers, then the alley-oop.
And now the offensive foul on Hall, and that's 4. Timeout, Matt Wester.
Man, this run right now, Isaiah Dozier, I'm talking about sucking the air out of a building. That is what that alley-oop just did.
16-5, the extended run spanning halftime, and a 10-0 spurt just here in the last few minutes to open this thing up. A 14-point lead for the #2 team in the state rankings.
You got to be asking yourself right now, if you're Coach Matt Wester, do I have an answer? What do I have down my bench? Is there anyone who can change the scenery right now in this game? Because they literally have no answer. They're starting 5. They're trying to move the ball to no avail. Every time they're passing the ball, it seems to be an Allen Eagle in that lane, stripping them anytime they get the ball down low. They're trapping guys. And literally, there's no answer. And the comparison between last year's Plano East team and this year's Allen Eagle team is spot on.
One key factor for Plano East, especially as it relates to the ball handling, Jaden Parker, one of their usual starters in the backcourt, is out tonight.
Yes.
He's walking around in a boot.
There it is.
That matters as well, for sure. And again, they're a much younger group. I mean, you got a freshman out there in Brewington, and he's been quite solid with the basketball.
I think more than I was really surprised that Coach Wester, after DJ Hall got his 3rd foul, that he didn't bring him onto the bench. Those are some of the things that you risk when you keep your guy in there. I know he's a senior. You trust him. You want him to know this situational awareness. You can't, get another foul. But, man, that 4th is going to cost him because he's going to have to sit to at least the beginning of the 4th.
Wester in a conversation on the far sideline with Corey Brazil, our official. Inbound comes to Payne. Another lob. 2 Allen Eagles went after it, and they canceled each other out. Kazi in transition. Good pass, tough finish. Brewington couldn't soften it. Ubawicki for 3.
I mean, just cool, calm, and collected was Ubawicki.
Blocked at the 10, fouled down low. Donovan Wood, the sophomore, went crashing down the lane. He'll head to the free throw line for 2.
You see the look on the face of Nehemiah Lawrence. He looked over at the referees like, okay, that was a decent call. Glad you agree, young man.
Austin Randall in the YouTube comment says it's hard when you lose as many seniors as Plano East did. A lot of the kids that are handling the basketball tonight for them, a lot of these, Kojo Daniel, Luke Wassmiller, Brewington, just a freshman, was playing, middle school basketball a year ago. A lot of these other guys were playing JV. Again, there's only 3 guys back off of last year's state championship roster for Plano East.
Mike, are you implying that Alex Brewington was taking naps after lunch just 6 months ago?
Listen, he is, I've been really impressed with that freshman point guard, Alex Brewington. Little brother of Isaiah, who was part of that state championship team a year ago. And I can tell you, with a full boat of confidence, Matt Wester is very excited about what Brewington is going to become. We were standing here watching them go through shoot-around earlier today, and he pointed and he said, he's going to be a star.
Yeah,
0 for 2 at the free throw line, but an offensive rebound and then a travel on Obwal Neal.
Yeah, back to Brewington, at 38% shooter. So, yeah, that's a reason to really be excited about a young man.
And you got to imagine the percentages are going to go up as he gets more and more comfortable, as he gets bigger and stronger. Just a freshman. The lead has grown to 17. Shannon missed the 3 short. Offensive rebound. What a putback. Khalil Walker lets the gym know how strong he is.
Yeah, that's from Khalil Walker. He's looking at Wassmiller like, get in the gym, young man. And another turnover.
The pressure is relentless from the Allen Eagles. A 15-0 run.
My question is, how do you overcome this? What is the answer for that defense?
Only one team across the state's had an answer all year. Underneath, good block. Donovan Wood got his hands on it, but another steal, and Shannon lays it in.
This is one of those teams, you just kind of feel like as you're out there in the moment, it feels like they're playing with 7 guys.
On the deck again, loose, and a jump ball is the call. Possession arrow will keep it with Plano East.
Wow. How impressed are you with this pace? But just the way this is our first time just getting a look at Allen. They come in and, hey, there's a lot of press clippings on these guys just talking about how good they are, the rankings and all of that. But seeing these guys live is a little different.
It's a 17-0 run right now. Yeah. It's still going. They are absolutely relentless, and now Luke Wassmiller's in a tough spot in the corner, can't move, trying to find somebody to throw it into, and it's off of Daniel and another turnover.
Right. I'm sure you go into that gym in Allen for a practice, these guys are all over the floor. Just bring a mop, because I know that floor is wet. These guys are all over it out here.
The lead has grown to 21. Down the lane goes Lawrence for 2 more. Wassmiller. Abwal Neal picked up his dribble. Another throwaway. Antonio Shannon in the passing lane. Lawrence trying to lull his man to sleep. Gives it underneath for Thomas. And then traveled with it.
Disappointed against Lawrence. He's like, no, come on now. I didn't have the ball.
Isaiah Dozier will check back in for DeAndre Thomas. 1:46 left in this third quarter. A third quarter that has been nightmarish for Plano East. Abwal Neal pinned in the corner. And Allen comes away with it again. Up ahead, Antonio Shannon had it blocked, but a foul.
And R.J. Robinson, look, can't be mad about that, but just trying to hustle and stop. It's onslaught of scoring right now from Allen. They're all over him.
Antonio Shannon, 5 points on the night, headed to the free throw line for 2. A chance to extend the lead to 24, and it is now a 20-0 run from the #2 team in the state.
And you have no answer down low, and as soon as DJ Hall went out of the game, it's like they pinned their ears back and said, we are going to attack these guys. And even when DJ Hall comes back into the game, and he's off the bench right now with 4 fouls.
The lead is 25 at this point.
Usually
feels
lose
like,
it.
Why not? But at the same time, it feels at this point likely too late. Antonio Shannon again in the passing lane, knocked it out of bounds. An unbelievable third quarter from the Allen Eagles. They have outscored Plano East 25-5.
He stepped out of bounds.
That's Plano East not understanding the situation. That ball had already been tipped out of bounds. You no longer had the ability to run the baseline. They were running a play that you would run after a made basket, where you can run the baseline like that, and therefore you can pass it along the baseline. After that had been tipped out of bounds, that option is off the table. Up top, knocked away. Good hands by DJ Hall, back in the game playing with those 4 fouls. Plano East needs to put a run together in a hurry if they're going to get back into this one. Hall down the lane, quadruple team, then he draws the foul.
And so what happens is when you get a guy the size of Hall, when he puts that ball down on the floor, you see the attention that the Allen Eagles give to the dribble. They are trying to take that ball from any dribbler. You put it on the floor, it's like a loose ball for them.
Hall makes the first and finally, mercifully, ends what was a 21-0 run for the Allen Eagles to build the lead to 25. And the thing that they're forcing Hall to dribble the basketball because they're not letting him catch the ball in his usual spots.
No, not at all. And look, they have so many guys that they can run at him as well, that they're pushing him off his spot.
Ubawicki picks up his dribble, gives off for Lawrence. Under a minute, third quarter, in a game that Allen has blown open in this period. Corner 3, Ubawicki again.
And Just tell you how well coached this squad is, man. Extra passes everywhere.
Wassmiller, 3-on-1, good feed. The layup won't go.
And that's just Coach O'Daniel thinking that he's going to get his shot blocked, altering it at the last second.
Clark Cipolletta calls out the play, 14 seconds. Neo Lawrence backing away and starts things with 7. Off the screen, gives back for Ubawicki for 3. Time expires on the rebound, and we head to the 4th in a game that the Allen Eagles have blown wide open. 64-38 Eagles, the number 2 team in the state. My word, and how dominant tonight on the road.
Thanks, Delkus.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delkus.
Discover WFAA Plus, a live 24-hour stream of WFAA news and exclusive digital content, all completely free. Now available on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. Download WFAA Plus today.
The dam finally broke in the 3rd quarter, and the Allen Eagles went nuts. A 21-0 run to blow this game open. As we start the 4th quarter, Heckma Harrison, it's a 24-point lead.
Mike, can I use they just poured gasoline on the fire? I mean, this defense it's incredible. The Panthers have not had an answer for it, and whether they're missing a guy in their backcourt, I know he has the boot. I don't know how he could help them in this situation. Every pass is contested. Every possession is being contested.
They are absolutely suffocating, and it led to a monster run, and they are in firm control here as we start the 4th. The number 2 team in the state possessing it here this opening 30 seconds. Certainly in no hurry, up 24. Lawrence's triple try misses long. And here comes Kazi. Hall with those 4 fouls down the lane. Short-armed it. Trying to go 1-on-3.
Well, he saw 5'6" Nehemiah Lawrence on him.
Bit of a size advantage. The foul inside on Kazi.
That's a mouse in the house by definition, but they haven't had anything offensively go their way here in the 2nd half. Look, I thought Allen in the 1st half, that was as good as it got with them. Boy, was I wrong. They have a whole nother level that they ratcheted up to. And my question again, Mike, they have 1 loss.
Yes.
Brent to Brennan.
Yep.
We need to go see Brennan.
San Antonio Brennan, the number 1 team in the state rankings in the official TABC polls. 71-66 back on November 22nd, the only loss of the year for the Allen Eagles. Nice move inside, up and under from Keegan Ho.
Keegan Ho, where you been my whole life, son? Come on now.
Another steal here for Plano East. Back to Ho. And a block called on Antonio Shannon. Keegan Ho, dipsy-do up and under with the layup. And it's 66-40 here early on in the 4th.
This is exactly what they've needed. They needed somebody to be able to break that press and get an easy basket. Just nothing has come easy here for the Panthers because their backcourt has just not been able to get into the teeth of the defense.
Antonio Shannon takes a seat. I believe that may have been his 5th foul if I'm looking at the scoreboard correctly. We didn't get the official signal, but baseline, Hall, 16-footer, missed short. Corner 3, Antoine Shannon. Nice rebound. Ubawicki, the putback.
And this kid, Ubawicki, is so smooth with the ball in his hands. Another one of those seniors that the experience that Allen has. But you could tell, man, they really do have a star in number 5. Speaking of stars, the little man, the floor general.
Neo Lawrence with the steal. Corner 3, Antoine Shannon. Back iron. One thing I've noticed in watching Plano East inbound the basketball, maybe the biggest, another steal by Trent Payne. Weaving his way down floor. Payne.
Oh, wow.
Every bit of the rim and down.
How about,
and the lead is 30.
About the shooter's roll right there from Payne.
What a performance from the Allen Eagles tonight.
Mike, you were talking about the inbound pass from Plano East, and the steal came after that.
Oh, my goodness, it won't go for DJ Hall. Having Hall out of the lineup obviously impacts what they do offensively. Another bucket here from Trent Payne. He's up to 20 now on the night. Maybe where it impacted Plano East most, not having DJ Hall on the floor, was in dealing with this pressure. Because at 6'7", and as big-bodied as he is, they've been able to, at points during the game, just have him post up on somebody and throw the ball to him to at least start the play and get the ball in bounds. Not having him, I think that was as instrumental as anything in that big run from Allen, because Plano East just couldn't get the ball in bounds.
Yeah, it was. And I think that's a great observation. But even with DJ Hall on the floor, him being a one-man band, they know exactly how to attack the other 4 guys, and they left the onus on them to try and bring the ball up the floor. DJ Hall, man, he's got to get some help from some other guys for Plano if they plan on repeating as state champions.
17 now on the night for DJ Hall. He averages 18. Knocked away by Ho, but right back into the waiting arms of Khalil Walker. Payne back across for Walker for 3. Off the back iron. Hall trying to go 1-on-4. Lawrence. Payne for 3. Ho with the corner triple. Final 4 minutes of this one. This has been a master class in the second half. Heckma Harrison from the Allen Eagles. They are absolutely, without question, a state championship threat.
Yeah, Coach Sip has a squad. He has a squad. I love the way that these kids play defense. They are diving for loose balls, but they are just a nightmare. I mean, any team that's going to come into their home gym or they go on the road.
Trent Payne.
I don't know what the answer can be. First of all, you have to have a guy that can handle the ball. You got to have a guy that can handle the ball, be that floor general, break this press, impervious to the pressure. And just like that, there goes DJ Hall's night.
DJ Hall with foul number 5. Kid did everything he could. He checks out of what will be the first game he's on the floor for that is a Plano East loss since February 24th of 2023. The end of the season for Plano East that year, the 2022-23 basketball season. They lost to the eventual state champions, Lake Highlands, led by Trey Johnson, Samson Alaton, a team you and I had an opportunity to cover that season.
That's a name, Trey Johnson.
Buddy,
God.
at UT now.
Yeah, at Texas. I got an opportunity to see him a couple nights ago.
Samson Alaton up at Yale. That was a tremendous Lake Highlands team that went on to win state that season. That's the last time DJ Hall played in a game that his team lost. a tremendous run, perfect 40-0 a year ago, and the 3 losses so far this year for Plano East he didn't play in. Tonight that streak will come to an end. Allen with a masterful performance.
And you know, you got to give respect to the Panthers as well, as we talked about them and the amount of seniors that they lost. That experience is probably what you need when you have a squad going on what would end up being a 20-point run. You need some guys that come into that huddle to say, okay, guys, let's take a deep breath. Let's get this ball down low. We know what we need to do. They just felt like they were overwhelmed. The Panthers looked like they were overwhelmed.
I talked with Matt Wester before the game about the comparisons between this Allen team and his Plano East team of a year ago. And he said, I can understand, you know, where the parallels are drawn. Very deep team, very senior-laden team, creates a lot of pressure the way that Allen does. The fact that they can run guys at you in waves, there are parallels. He said the thing that made last year's Plano East team really, really special, though, was how cohesive they were and how much those guys just absolutely loved one another.
Yeah.
He said they'd come to my house, we'd have dinner. He said they would eat dinner as fast as they possibly could so they could get outside, turn on the outdoor fireplace, and just hang and talk for hours and play games together and just shoot. He said, I've never had a team. He said, it's not normal for a team to be as tight as they were. He said, we would ride in Suburbans to go to games a lot of times, especially if they were long road trips. He said, instead of being casual and relaxed and spread out in multiple cars, he said they'd all pile into 2 Suburbans because they all wanted to be together, as close together and as often as they could be on the road together as a group. He said that was a really, really special team with the way that they were so very cohesive and how much they liked each other. They honored that team with the banner here at the Plano East Gymnasium just a few days ago on New Year's Eve. That was a really, really special team that Allen or this Plano East team or any of the other state championship contenders, they've got a lot to live up to if they want to be compared to that squad.
Yeah, in a historic run.
Yeah,
40-0. I mean, you don't get to a state title without losing one. And the way that those guys played last year was, that was special. That's a special year. And Coach Wester, you know, look, you have teams like that come through your building every so often. He's trying to build that same cohesion and synergy between the team that he has out on the court right now. And look, you got some young guys mixed in with some seniors, and look, it's not the same. It's not the same this year, right? But they've got to find a way to adjust. They have a ton of talent through the Plano East Panthers. It's got to continue to build on it.
0 for 2 trip at the line there for Isaiah Dozier. 78-42 the score. Both coaches emptying their benches here in the late going. Wassmiller misses the 16-footer. Jacob Havalona just checking in. Quick timeout called there by Clark Cipolletta to check one more player in. Nathan Zerby coming on to replace Isaiah Dozier.
You got to get your guys on the floor. Let these guys earn some time. These are probably guys that practice their hearts out and don't get the opportunities.
Langston Mosley handling it now. Dylan Matlock-Reed checking in. He's got it now, the 6'4" sophomore. Guys that are part of the future for the Allen Eagles. Matlock-Reed with a nice drive down the lane and lays it in.
Hey, just showing
Says,
you
yeah, Coach Sip, I do want to be part of that future.
Absolutely, showing you what's coming.
Nice move down the lane by Keegan. Ho, and one.
And I said it earlier about Coach Wester. Did he have an answer on his bench? Did he have a guy that could kind of change things? Maybe an unsung hero. Maybe a little too late to insert number 11, boy, but he's had himself a heck of a game.
Nice fourth quarter from the junior. And one will roll off on him. 80-44 our tally with 80 seconds left in this one. Corner 3. The entire Allen bench was on their feet to see Cade Erickson bury that one. It rattled off.
Do you think they wanted that for him?
1 minute to play. The Allen Eagles, number 2 in the state rankings, on the road against a team ranked in the top 10. Nice finish inside by R.J. Robinson, the sophomore, but Allen is going to put a statement win on the board. A score line that is going to make a lot of eyeballs bulge tomorrow morning when they see this one listed. When the tweets go out here in the next couple minutes of the final score here at Plano East.
I don't know if the final score is really going to tell the story. I mean, yeah, they dominated. The points say so. But, man, defensively, this was, you know, good luck getting a shot off.
It was 34-31 just moments before halftime. A bucket late in the second quarter established a 5-point advantage for Allen at the break. A 21-0 run in the third quarter took the game over, and the Allen Eagles go on the road and knock off the defending state champions Plano East. 80-46 the final score in a dominant display.
Yeah, this is impressive stuff, Mike. And looking down the road at, you know, what the Allen Eagles have coming up next, and this Rock Hill, and next at Plano after that, this is just one of those squads that I think if you have them coming to your gym, you've got to prepare yourself. You got to get your, hey, go and get some extra leg work in. They are going to test your stamina.
Comment here from Austin Randall in the YouTube comments is he didn't realize that DJ wasn't available for the 3 losses that Plano East had so far this year. He said in some way you could make the argument, given that reality, that Plano East at full strength was on like a 56-game winning streak.
Yeah, oh, this is crazy.
And that's how Allen just ended that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable performance from the Allen Eagles. A statement win for Clark Cipolletta's team. A 34-point win on the road. Yes, Allen is a state championship contender.
Yeah, the Shannon twins, very impressed with Antoine Shannon, the way that he set up on the three-point line. And he didn't just settle. A lot of times if you had a defender close out on him, he has the ability to put the ball on the floor, take the baseline, but also get some easy layups. They have so many different things that they can hit you with. And let me tell you something. Number 3, Nehemiah Lawrence at 5'6". Don't underestimate him.
Yeah, man.
Please. Don't look at the height and say, oh, we may have the advantage there, because no, you won't.
Yeah, no, he's a player. Listen, they are very deep. DeAndre Thomas, obviously the big 6'8" North Texas signee, can do a lot of things for them inside. He was certainly instrumental in how they at least slowed down DJ Hall tonight. Yes. But more than anything else, it's body after body after body that they can throw at you with Lawrence and Payne and the Shannon twins and Ubawicki, Khalil Walker, Isaiah Dozier. They've got length, they've got size, they've got athleticism, and they can just keep throwing these bodies at you and make your life miserable in the backcourt and say, hey, go ahead. Cross midcourt in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, no, I think you sum it up when you say the length and athleticism. That's what I saw from them. That athleticism and length, they are a nightmare matchup for you, and you have to have more than just one guy. You're going to have a few guys get in on the act, but you got to score the basketball. It came down to a point where it just looked like the Panthers just had nothing offensively. They couldn't knock down open shots when they did make extra passes, and they were not able to get any easy layups either. I don't know what you do from a coaching standpoint when you have a team that pressures you at every inch of the floor the way that the Allen Eagles just did.
Antoine Shannon and Trent Payne lead the way for the Allen Eagles, an 80-46 win on the road to improve to 20-1 on the year. What a way to start 2025. Welcome to basketball season indeed. Yes, Allen is a big-time state championship contender. For our entire Friday Night Hoops crew, our photographer, Graham Rayner, up top, killing it all night. Clay Marshall, our director. Heckma Harrison alongside. I'm Mike Leslie. Thanks so much for watching tonight. We hope an awful lot more basketball to come, and maybe some other sports too. We'll keep you posted on all of that in the coming weeks and months. But for now, we'll say so long from Plano East Senior High School. We'll see you tonight on the 10 o'clock news.